The myth that in order to have an opportunity with women, you need to be a man of value or you need to be a man of money, I believe is a myth which has been propagated by women themselves. Because if you understand women and if you understand how sexual arousal works, you would know that it is not the money in your bank account which sexually arouses women. It may attract them towards you, but it is not what sexually arouses them towards you. What you must understand is that attraction and sexual arousal are two different things. So, a woman may get attracted towards you because of your financial capabilities and capacity. She may get attracted towards you maybe because of your gentlemanship. But the question is, are all of these things also sexually arousing them towards you? Well, no. And this is where many of you fail to understand. I mean, this is what many of you fail to understand. This is where many of you get yourselves into confusion because you do not understand the difference between attraction and arousal. All what attracts women may not arouse them. So, what actually arouses women? Well, you must understand sexual arousal is always primitive and it is also instant. So, when I say sexual arousal is primitive, it is more about your personality, your demeanor, your attitude, how you carry yourself, your physicality, how strong and tough you appear as a man. This is what sexually arouse women and not the money in your bank account. Because I can tell you so many cases where women are effing homeless guys, broke guys. They are very enjoyingly fucking homeless and broke guys. And I'm quite sure that you must have also heard many of these stories where women who are already with rich men who is so good with money, is still involving themselves with men who are broke or maybe who are not as rich as the men they are already with. And even if they are single, even if they are not with any rich men, even then many of these women are effing broke men who are not good with money because of their sexual appeal. And your sexual appeal is in your physicality, is in your appearance, is in your attitude, is in your demeanor, is in your personality, how you carry yourself, how you act and behave, how you make yourself appear, how strong you appear, how bold you appear, how tough and rough you appear. So, the statement that you need to be good in finances and you need to be good in money is something which I believe women herself are spreading and propagating. Why? Because it favors them. By propagating this lie or myth, they succeed in making some of these men believe that this is what the truth is. And they succeed in trapping some of the men in the role of their provider. Women themselves propagate this lie that in order to have opportunity with them, you need to be good in money. And many of the men fall for this game. They begin believing into it and they think that money is what can help them have opportunity with women. And this is how very successfully women manage to bring some of these men into the role of their provider. They begin using these men for their money by making them believe that it is what is helps men have opportunity with them. Otherwise, the woman herself knows that this is not what truth is. This is something in which there is no truth. Women herself knows. Women herself knows what actually sexually arouses them and what kind of men they are actually sexually interested in. And any man in his senses and any man who understands women, who knows how sexual arousal works, can know and understand that money in your bank account can never sexually arouse women towards you. It is just a number in your bank account. Women actually get aroused by you and by your personality because sexual arousal is primitive. It is something which is natural. It is something which has got into us evolutionary by this nature. So it is because of this reason instant also. It does not take months, years, or days for women to get sexually interested in a man. Only by looking at you, only by having a glance of you and your personality, they can know that whether you are affable or not, whether you are somebody who sexually arouse them or not. They know it instantly as soon as they get a glance of you and your personality. So you do not need to court a woman for months, for years, for days. And you also do not have to have lots of numbers in your bank account for sexually arousing a woman. All of these things may attract her towards you, but is it arousing them towards you? No, because sexual arousal is primitive, it is natural, it is intrinsic, and it is instant. So sexual arousal happens because of your personality, because of your attitude, because of your demeanor, how rough, tough, strong, bold, confident, masculine as a man you are, and how you make yourself appear. So this is one difference that you must understand and know, because otherwise women are very smart and they themselves are propagating these lies into the society in order to trap some of the ignorant men into the role of their provision, so that they can make these men bear their expenses, so that they can make these men spend their money on them, thinking as if it is what is helping them and letting them have opportunity with them. And women very smartly make many of these men believe into it, and then they keep on playing their game with these men, and they keep on using these men for their money. And men keep on thinking as if this is what the truth is, and they keep on spending their money on women, and women very smartly keep on using these men for their money, thinking as if it is what is letting them and helping them have opportunity with women. So if you will also stay ignorant, and if you will not learn about women's true nature, and if you will not learn how sexual arousal works or functions, you may also become a victim of their smart game, the game which they often play with ignorant men, men who are operating out of their horniness and not out of their brains. And women very smartly trap these men into the role of their provision, and they keep on using these men for their money. And many of the women keep on using the money of these men on the men they are actually sexually interested in, on the men who are actually capable of sexually arousing them towards themselves. Many of the women also do not mind doing it on your money. They enjoy their life, their time with some other man of their interest, the men who are actually sexually arousing them. So, this is how much a woman can fool a man by propagating lies and myths into the society. So, in order to have an opportunity with women, you do not need to be a man of money, or in other words, a man of value, something which you very often listen on internet, or maybe anywhere or everywhere. And who is behind this lie? Who is spreading this myth? I believe the women herself, because they are the one who are getting benefited by this lie, because very successfully they have been able to make many of the men believe into this, that it is the money which helps them have opportunity with women. It is the money which sexually arouse women towards them. You can listen to it from many men, from the mouth of many men. You can listen to it on internet, and you can also listen to it through the mouth of many men, because women have very smartly made all of these men believe into this lie. And unfortunately, these men are ignorant towards women's true nature, and they are also ignorant towards how the sexual arousal actually works. Any man who is in his senses, any man who is smart, any man who understands women and how sexual arousal functions can understand how can a number in my bank account arouse a woman. I think any man can understand it. It can never arouse sexually a woman towards me. What can arouse a woman sexually towards me is my physicality, is my personality, is how I look, is how I make myself appear, is how I carry myself outside in public. This is how it works for us. When you get interested, sexually interested towards a woman, do you ask her about her financial capacity? Do you ask her about her financial smartness? Do you ask her about her financial capacity? Do you even care? No. A woman just comes before you out of nowhere, and when many of them fail to sexually arouse them, some of them sexually arouse them. I mean, sexually arouse you. When many of them fail to sexually arouse you towards them, some of them instantly, as soon as they appear before you, sexually arouse you towards them. And this is exactly how it happens in case of women also, because sex is primitive, it is natural, it has been developed and generated into us by this nature, by this evolution. And nature and evolution does not understand the number in your bank account. All it understands is your physicality, is your personality, how you are carrying yourself, the demeanor of yours, the attitude of yours. This is what nature and evolution understands. And this is what very naturally and evolutionary generates sexual interest into each of us towards each other. So similarly, women keep on getting sexually aroused by the personality and physicality of random men. And it happens instantly. As soon as they look at the men, they get sexually aroused towards them. They do not need to know your bank account. They do not need to know they do not need to know the number which you have in your bank account. Your appearance is enough. Your personality is enough. And in fact, this is what is happening around you. If you begin observing, you can see. I do not need to tell you stories. Even you know many of these stories where women are involved with broken men, men who have almost zero number in their bank account, men who are not good in finances are still getting opportunity with women because women are interested into their physicality, into their appearance, into their personality, and not into the number in their bank account. Homeless guys are getting opportunity with women, broken guys are getting opportunity with women. And in fact, in many cases, many of the women who are with men with who are with men of money, I mean men who are already good in finances, even these women are involving themselves with men of personality, men of attitude, men of physicality, because when they are attracted towards that man who is good in money, at the same time they are sexually aroused by this man who is man of personality and who is man of physicality. So when they are interested into that man because of his financial capacity and capabilities, they are sexually interested into this man who is a man of personality and a man of physicality. This is why you hear news where women are involved with many of such guys, because nature is playing its role there. Their evolutionary instinct is driving these women towards these men very naturally. So this is how nature functions. This is how sexual arousal functions as per our nature, as per our evolution. And as I have just told you, nature and evolution does not understand the number in your bank account. All it understands is your personality, physicality, appearance, attitude, boldness, confidence, indifference, a bit of coldness. So, if you want to become a smart man, you need to understand the difference between attraction and sexual arousal. What attracts women towards a man may not always arouse them towards you. So, when somebody is telling you that in order to have an opportunity with women, you need to be a man of money or you need to be a man of value, you must immediately understand that it is a lie, a myth which has been propagated by women herself, because they want to trap some of the men into the role of their provider so that they can make these men spend their money on them and begin taking care of their expenses when they are actually arousing, sorry, when the women are actually enjoying their time with these different kind of men, the men in whom they are actually sexually interested in, the men who actually sexually arouses them towards themselves.